and acted swiftly in Benin, but can't do the same in your country where the terrorists, the Islamic terrorists, are running haywire. So that simply means that you are in it, you are part of it, you are in support of what they are doing. Otherwise, what's your reason for not acting swiftly? That is what everybody should be asking, but nobody's asking that. Why? Because it clearly shows you what Nigeria signifies, what Nigeria symbolizes. Evil. When it's happening right there in your doorstep, nobody cares about it. But you have what it takes to go and act swiftly in another country. So that means you as a government, you endorse it 100%. And the mere fact that America is on your neck to act, you are still even showing reluctance because you don't wish to act. Now, you can clearly see that it's bigger than that, though. It's bigger than that. That is that the caliphate, they own Nigeria. Make no mistake about that. They run it on behalf of the British. Every day it gets clearer and clearer that the caliphate owns Nigeria. Tinubu may be there, but it was them that gave the permission for him to go and sit down in Aso Rock on a condition. And again, if not because of Trump, he wouldn't have even shake body at, if not even shake body, if we would have just sit tight, unperturbed, unconcerned about the massacre, about the genocide against Christians. That is a fact. So the fact that they're even talking about it alone is because of Trump. Now, I saw a video you play. I don't know. I'm not. Let me know. Maybe let me not digress too much because you are playing this video. But the thing is, to buttress my point, I saw a video you played with Jackson, this Jackson Hinckley, and George Galloway. You played it here. I was in a shower. I saw it briefly. So and you also criticized Jackson Hinckley, a very young man, is in his 20s, 24, 25 thereabout, but he's a fine young man, makes no mistake. But the problem is that he doesn't have enough information about what goes on in the country, right?
He doesn't have enough information.
The few he knows is coming from David Yonde. I think his name is David Yonde. Because they correspond.
That criminal.
David Udeyi. They correspond. I've seen them. So that is the few, because that David guy is the Pan-Africanist. Therefore, he drove in by his own interest. So because of course. He criticized our peers. He said a lot of book crap about him. He didn't say much about Nnamdi, but nonetheless, he's a Pan-Africanist. So obviously, he is the one that feeds Jackson about the few things he knows going on in Nigeria. And for Joe Galloway, who is another nice human being, but they have limited information. And for him, I think he's a Scottish guy who probably converted to Islam. So he tends to cater towards Islamic affairs more. He's in support of it.
Oh, that guy is that guy a Muslim? I don't even know. Bromax, are you there? Unmute yourself, Bromax. I think network have kicked Bro Christian out. Bro Maxwell, are you there? Unmute yourself, Max. If you're there, unmute yourself, Bro Max.
Hello, Master Chooks.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was walking in the garden, Doba. I will speak. Good morning to you. Good morning to every Biafran that is here. Good morning to Mazin Nambekano. Good morning to Simon Ekpa, wherever you are. Good morning to every Biafran men and women that are fighting for the liberation of my mother's land. I say, in anything that you do, may Chukwu Okike Abiama be your guide. May he protect each and every one of you. Wherever we are lacking in knowledge or whatever, may Chukwu Okike Abiama strengthen us. In the use of our words, let him control our words so that when we speak, it is going to be ringing so hard in the ears of those that are supposed to help us where we are weak. You see, the man that is talking here, the host, is an Igbo man, a well British brought up. People that drank the water in Britain, you know, so over there, if you can speak like this man in England, they will call you a coconut, brown outside and white inside, to tell you that, to show you that how fluent or how integrated you have been with them. You speak like them, you act like them, you behave like them, simply because you are different because of your complexion, your race. This man is telling him what exactly that is happening. He is there telling him that he has no evidence of what he is talking about. Do you want to tell me that he did not hear the same thing happening in Liberia, in Sierra Leone? I served a family, a pregnant woman. I served so many families in Liberia on patrol. When the same rebels want to do the same thing that this man is describing for this Igbo intellectual, and is trying to dispute it, trying to cast doubt on it. It was yesterday that I heard the same lies that they are using them to peddle, the same lies that yesterday I heard from this man. What is his name? Is it the Kaduna State man? The one Bola Metumbu made? Is it a special advisor or whatever? Whatever. Aye, what's his name?
NSA. Nuhu Ribadu.
No. The other one, the black, he's a Christian. He's a Christian. He's a Christian. The one that was criticizing Bola Tinubu, but today is there in his cabinet. Dane Buala, yes. I heard it yesterday in one interview when is it in Channels TV, when they were debating about whether genocide or no genocide. This man said that he mentioned about some international news outlets that have come out to tell the world that there is nothing like Christian genocide in Nigeria. I could not hold my cry.
They should go and tell that to the Marines, not to, you can't tell that to Trump and Republicans.
I wept. I say, must these people continue to lie in this manner? Something that is obvious, you are lying. Something that is obvious. Just like my brother said, the only place where these people get power is the weak. That is where they get power. They get power when it comes to the weak people that cannot protect themselves. These are the people the Nigerian government always exercise their superiority on, the same way they have expressed their superiority on the Benin Republic. And look at what is happening now. Mistakenly now, they are C-130 Hercules aircraft that was bought in the 80s. In the 80s, has been grounded, forced to land in the Sahelian region airport. On board 11 crewmen. I don't know what.
They are protecting their airspace. They are not joking.
See, I am very, sometimes I was telling you, I say, when you see a small boy whose father is rich and whose father is standing behind him, can give an adult a dirty slap and nothing will happen. Do you know the military capability of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger as we speak? Nobody knows. In fact, when I was listening their news in Hausa, they were telling us that they have all the capacities to see you and force you to land wherever they want you to land, in as much as you venture into their airspace.
They have done it. They are not joking. You think they are playing?
They have sophisticated air missiles, and so many of them radar system that can detect you and force you down. And if you don't come down, they will destroy you. Simple. That is what Russia has. That is what Russia has given to them. Nigeria don't have as big as Nigeria itself. I thought that maybe those aircraft they have
Nigeria modern airspace. Nigeria when they come carry oil, they know say ship enter.
You see, me, I was thinking maybe by now, 2025, because in our days, we were using some of the sophisticated, artillery battery, air defense system. They call I've forgotten the name, something sling, Roland sling. And that Roland sling does not even go more than 40 kilometers. But the one that is running now are those ones that can travel up to 80, 120, 150, 160 and engage you over there before you enter into their territory. These are the weapon defense system now that people are using, modernized weapon defense system. Me, by now, I thought that, that giant of Africa would have one. I don't know, say, they don't have even planes that can maneuver, enter into your airspace without being detected. I don't know, say, they no get them. They go enter here that way, they go catch them, they bring them down. You see?
My this is Stella, what it is 11 officers. 11 officers.
11 officers.
Not 2. 11.
11.
Not
11
2.
officers,
11 officers
and
with one aircraft.
Yeah, 11 officers and on board C-130 Hercules military aircraft. It's a transporter. It's a transporter. It carries soldiers from places to places. You see, you enter into Benin Republic to show your power there. Why didn't you go through the National Assembly? Mazi Chuks and all of you that are listening to me, the time when Niger own happened, the same president who went through the National Assembly. The National Assembly, looking at the dominance in the National Assembly and the relationship between those in Nigeria and that of Niger Republic, they say you cannot do it. We won't allow you to do it. They begin to tell him how they use their numbers to make him the president of Nigeria. My brother just relaxed, Grigo. But you see Yoruba dominant in Benin Republic. Yorubas dominant in that place. You sit down there, you go and see what the military people said. Pascal, Lieutenant Colonel Pascal, go and see what he said. He said insecurity is rampant in the northern part of Benin. They've been trying to chase them away. And when they come there, they have been killing the Beninoan soldiers. When they succeeded, they ran from there to Niger State in Nigeria. They've been fighting. This man is not doing anything. This man in Benin Republic, they have a 5-term tenure, a 5-term tenure of 2 tenure or so. That is 10 years. This man is in his 9th year. He has gone to the Parliament of Benin, asking them to elongate, increase the tenure to 7 as against 5. And the rubber stamp, these are so the corruption that is going on, the number of toucher, the same way they are doing in Nigeria, the toucher, not observing the rights. You don't have a right to say, you don't have anything. That is exactly what this Talon, Patrice Talon is doing to them. No press freedom in Benin Republic. These things were happening. These people are crying under this man. This same ECOWAS, AU, France did not hear the cry of the people. They kept They kept quiet so that they will be intimidating them, so that they will be able to support the man on power, in power, and they continue to extort them of their enormous natural resources and forcing them to pay into the Banque de France. Banque de France. They didn't go there. They didn't stop them. But when these soldiers strike, look at the jubilation that Sunday. I was watching them when they were. In fact, they were very, very happy that their people.
Yeah, they were happy. They were celebrating already.
Yes, Nigeria now, the big brother Africa that cannot even protect their own territorial integrity. People that are aiding and abetting terrorists. You now send your jet to go and bomb the soldiers in Benin Republic. How dare you? How dare you? Trump only threatened you because the people, the victims of those attacks, religious, Christian genocide, came out to cry. They've been crying for more than 15 years. You didn't listen to them. You had no reason or no cause to go and save them. You allow these people to be emboldened in such a way that they are not even one group, more than 7 groups now operating in Nigeria, trying to, enter into the entire southern Nigeria. From north, they are entering into southern Nigeria. You didn't see those ones. You accused the US of destabilizing Libya and made it swap. ISIS gave them the opportunity to now enter Nigeria. Is it the United States or the world that told you not to protect their borders? Don't you have the resources to protect their borders? Today you've gone here, see, you cannot give what you don't have. And as long as nobody knows the reason why that military aircraft entered into Burkina Faso. But as time goes on, the investigation, those people have been arrested, and they will be interrogated. They will be questioned. These are very experienced, intelligent people that will, even when you are lying, they will prove to you that you are lying. Professionally trained. Burkina Faso is not joking. And what I will tell Nigeria is, if you like, you go. Ndi Gbanyes no berensi, oh yeah, maybe ike. Oberensi, maybe ike. Go and try Burkina Faso, and you see what is going to happen. I think within 30 minutes, you will see them in Abuja with the people that are supporting them. Miss France. Miss France. You can't protect your people. You are following France anyhow. Whatever France told you to, ask you to do is what you are going to do. Miss and Madame France. That is what Nigeria is. That is the same thing they've been doing to Biafran agitators.
Why won't they follow France? You are talking about a terrorist government. France is one of the sponsors of terrorists in Africa.
Of course.
So that is why they are in bed with them. They don't follow France.
Earlier on today, Mazichix, I was in a platform, X platform with one Malian guy. They call him Amadou or so. He said, anywhere you see France, where they say they are helping to curtail terrorism, anti-terrorism, whatever force they put there. As they were leaving, they left some tanks and everything there. When they enter into those places, it be the terrorists that are now manning them. They intentionally left it for the terrorists to come and occupy. He said they've been dealing with them, pushing them to all over Mali today. The guy is in America. He's a Malian, and he has a very good his preview to what is going on in his country, probably because he's connected to the government or so. He said they have been chasing them. In fact, all the territories within Mali area now, jurisdiction, are now a bit free. Only they come and hit and go, but they are still tackling them with these unmanned area vehicles. Anywhere they hit, they will send unmanned area vehicles to those areas to stop them and then eliminate them. That is what these people are doing. But terrorists, ISIS, ISWAP, who carry their bike, operate in a very large community, buy people in large numbers, carry the ones they will carry. The St. Mary's, where they say they've released 100 today, 315, 215 is still with them. You cannot go there and do what Mali and Burkina Faso is doing. You can't go there. Use those things and go. But the only places you have power to use it is on Biafran agitators. God will expose you people. God will expose you people. You see, when a cup don't full proper, when a cup don't full, when I go see what God will do to you for the atrocities that you have committed against God's people. I am here to encourage you. I won't be long here because I'm going somewhere. I am here to encourage you, Mazichicks, and every one of you that loves freedom, the United States of Biafran people, or any other person that is fighting for the same cause. Please be strong.
Thank you so
that
much.
Chukwuokike Abiyama is with you people and will support you. Thank you for having me, Mazichicks. And Namoche Christian. Is it bro Christian?
Yeah.
Network, they disturb me here. But Brachus,
yeah, go ahead.
Will they make I join you tomorrow? Huh?
We are hearing you now. Go ahead.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So,
make your submission. If they kick you out again, then we go know how I want to go. I won't waste time. I will round up very soon.
Oh, there you go. No, so what I was discussing, I probably forgot the line of thought. But anyway, so the whole thing is that if you look at the French,
you were talking about that video I played. Do you say that guy is a Muslim?
Who? George Galloway.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I think he converted. Yeah, he probably converted.
Really?
And yeah, his loyalty tend to lie, tend to teach towards Islamism. He's very much an Iranian supporter and also a supporter of Palestinians. So, and he's deep. He's very, very deep. Yeah, I think George Galloway. I will have to Google it because even he's having a lot of problem in some places, but he speaks truth though to an extent.
If he has converted, you can't trust him. You can never trust those people. You can never trust him.
Yeah, that sometimes
he can't be trusted.
Yeah, well, so the whole thing is geopolitics is very complex and complicated, and that sometimes too interest comes to play because every man has should I say has a prize in life, so that is but what is going on is that, like I've said several, that I cannot leave Jehovah for raising Donald Trump, and I will make further to say that I just hope that the American people, I don't know if they will realize how much and the level of problem that will confront everyone moving forward, because these are global issues going on here. The Islamic supremacy, nations like Britain and the French, they are in support of Islamic supremacy, knowingly or unknowingly, because also in their own parliament they've lost it. I know, but UK, they have lost it completely. And sometimes if it's gone, it's gone. You can't turn back the clock.
You can't turn back, man.
So but maybe, however the internet allows me, maybe I will dwell on it a little bit more tomorrow, because for sure I will be in a place where I have a stable network system. But the thing is that they're in a big shit. You remember that it was David Cameron, the former prime minister of this country, who goes ahead to describe Nigeria as an Islamic country.
Yes.
And Boris Johnson just went a few weeks ago to describe Nigerian situation as very good, right?
Very peaceful.
But they know, yeah, exactly. But they know that this Islamic Sharia Caliphate, they are just ravaging everywhere, but they don't care because that is the big agenda. And even in Nigeria, bro, if you know the number, the level of people, the caliber of people who are in support of Islamization of Nigeria, you'll be shocked to the core. If you know, including Southerners, including pastors, Jesus Christ, bro. We speak from a place of no, not from a place of mere speculation. No. All these Tunde Bakare, all these guys you see, the Adeboyes of this world, it might seem like a very big accusation or allegation, but I'm telling you, bro, that people, if you only, you know, the coming of Trump is just as the word significance or mysterious can't even describe it. He is the only one, and as we speak now, they are not in favor of Trump at all. This country I've just mentioned to you, they hate his. They hate his God. You can't even begin. And even as America is putting a torchlight in Nigerian situation, sending investigators and this and that, the British are not happy about it. One bit. Hey, they are simply not happy. Now, but for Trump is very committed to seeing that Christians have that life preservation, that they are not being wiped out. That is a core, commitment on his part. Now, that doesn't mean he doesn't have flaws here and there and stuff like that as a human being, but he's very, very committed to this. And that the globalist doesn't like one bit. And his coming is just the handwork of God. So it's deep. Then this guy, Charles Anagolo, who is also agent of the British, we know that, though he's an Igbo man. So he made mention, I think that was when I was coming out of shower, when he talked about, when the guy there was telling him about the Christian genocide, and Charles was trying to make it seems as if it's not Christian thing, according to Charles, he said that some can say that it's about land and where they find the land, blah blah, stuff like that. I can't remember exactly how he phrased it, but the point is, if it's about land, there's more than enough land in Sabisa, so why don't they go and occupy it? Because more than enough land there. If Charles is saying that it's not about Christian genocide, that it's about land, so that they want land, that is why they are driving or massacring the people in Benue or whatever. So if they're looking for land, too much land there available, go and occupy it, do your cow, do whatever, bring the Fulani from the entire Sahel region and keep them, build their place in Sambisa forest, make it habitable. How about that? But because they are all lying, using the same playbook to counter, because the entirety of Nigerian structure and governmental system is built on Islamization of Nigeria. And they start from the global angle down. When you see all this Ruben about them, they shy away, they won't speak truth, it's because of the same playbook. It's deep, bro. It's deep. But like I said, the only thing that is good about it is that we have this Republican government currently that is against that global agenda of making this Islamic supremacy to reign over the place. So it's a serious stuff. It's a serious stuff, bro. But yeah, let me just listen a little bit before I go out. Then tomorrow, by the grace of God, we'll talk more. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much.
Nigeria, that you might be perceived as fueling religious tensions in this country?
Well, the people who are fueling religious tensions are the people who are killing others and chanting the name of God and the greatness of God. Okay? And so basically what we're seeing is...
But there are revenge attacks, though. I mean, that there are attacks from the other side against the other side, aren't there?
Well, we keep hearing that there are clashes. And excuse me, when you come into a community and you kill a 3-year and a 4-year-old, a 3 and a 4-year-old cannot clash with you. When you attack me in my home as I'm sleeping and you burn me alive with my family, That was not a clash. We keep missing the point that these are invaders who are coming in and wiping out people on their ancestral lines. It's not a clash.
Well, I mean, you're a lawyer, and I'm not trying to justify before people start going, "Oh, he's blah blah." We don't take sides. We're simply trying to assess the evidence before us. I mean, if because we've heard of people who say, "Oh, some of these Fulani herdsmen were seen somewhere, and the youths of a village mobilized." And went and killed, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 of them. And then these people come back and kill 20, 30, 40 of your own. I mean, nobody's sort of sitting there saying, well, we killed 5, so technically you ought to kill 5 as well. You see what I mean? Well, what it is, basically, is that if you hit me with a stick, in order to stop you coming back to hit me again, I'm going to hit you with a sledgehammer. I mean, and I'm saying that it works both ways. You see what I mean? That's why people say that this is a very, very complicated affair, very complex affair, that even a lot of Nigerians...
It is not complicated. You are the people
get
making
their
it
heads
complicated.
around it, not to talk of the Americans, who are not part of this society.
Well, fortunately, they can look at the data and it's pretty clear, what is happening. I'll give a quick example. In June of 2018, there was a massacre in Plateau State. That weekend, over 200 people were slaughtered. Now, in one particular village, 86 people were killed. There was only one Muslim who was killed. And why he was killed was they didn't identify him as a Muslim. He died as collateral damage. Well, here's where it gets interesting. A Muslim cleric hid 300 Christians in his mosque, and he refused to allow the attackers to kill them. And he has been hailed as a hero. And at that time, the US government was denying that it was a religious thing. But the fact remains that he saved 300 Christians in his mosque. That was the protection. So we can't deny the obvious. And just to wrap up on that, the International Criminal Court, I did a lot of work with the International Criminal Court to get them to even begin investigating Boko Haram. I went to them, I sat down with the prosecutors, I said, the Boko Haram blew up the UN building, your fellow UN civil servants. Why are you not looking into that? I mean, it's amazing some of the lapses we've seen. And after they investigated, they finally indicted not only Boko Haram, but the Nigerian army for atrocities. They have indictments as we speak. It is a lack of political will to proceed. That's why it hasn't happened.
So how do you think the US government can balance its concerns about religious freedom with the need to support Nigeria's efforts to address security challenges in this country?
Now, so let me point out that the US and Nigeria have had amazing historic relationships. And if we just look at, the last 25 years of democracy, I kid you not, this is what happened. President Obasanjo, incidentally, is the only Nigerian president who was first to host an American president in the US, in Nigeria, and also the last to host one, because he hosted Jimmy Carter and ultimately he hosted Clinton and Bush. Now, here is what is interesting. When 9/11 happened, Obasanjo was so close to Bush that he flew to the US, sat side by side with him, and told them, we will send you 3,000 Nigerian firefighters to help you. Nigeria was trying to help the US. Now, this is interesting because when Obasanjo and Clinton had a good relationship and Bush took over, Obasanjo was concerned when Bush invited him. I happened to be in the country. I happened to meet him. That was my first time meeting him. And I said to him, Mr. President, he said, I'm worried. I don't know why this guy invited me. I said, you have nothing to worry about. You have more in common with this guy than you realize. And what had happened was Bush wanted to do a hallmark activity with an African president on HIV/AIDS. They wanted to go to South Africa, but the president then was controversial. Well, Obasanjo had hosted a summit on HIV/AIDS, and they said, this is a guy we can work with. That's how the Americans are. They study things. Now, right now, we're at a point where there's a real drift. As recently as 2 years ago, the US wanted Tinubu to invade Niger and kick out the Coupists, and that didn't fly. And so this year, they're at the point where they're saying, if you will not protect your own people from being killed, we'll go ahead and do it ourselves.
Well, that brings me, because we've literally got a minute and a half or so left. I'm sure you know that we talked about this U.S. congressional fact-finding mission that's been visiting Nigeria, meeting the federal government, Christian leaders, victims. Congressman Riley Moore appears to be a fundamentalist Christian, because, I mean, in all his tweets and so on, he's going on about this, that, or the other thing, and a big critic of the Nigerian government's handling of this issue of alleged Christian genocide. I mean, he's the one leading the group. Do you think they're here with an open mind, or are their minds already made up?
Well, the thing is, in fairness to the Republicans, they're a bit more honest about their assessments than the Democrats do. The Democrats just deny. But I noticed that he came here with a Gulfstream jet. The congressional delegations that have come to Nigeria before usually come commercial. But that shows you how serious this is on the totem pole if the president allowed him to take a jet to come to Nigeria and do this fact-finding. So I think they really took it seriously, and I think that the evidence will speak for itself.
Emmanuel, I want to thank you very much indeed. It's really good to have you here. Thank you very much indeed for coming in. Emmanuel Ogebe is the international human rights lawyer, and he's just literally arrived at the... Thank you very much indeed. Good to see you.
Thanks, Charles.
That's it for this edition of Arise Prime Time. Join us.
From what we know, that the U.S. is not going back. U.S. is going to take action, and it's going to happen very soon. I thank God that they are here now, investigating, looking through things by themselves. This one is not hearsay. It's not sending somebody. The United States government by themselves send a special jet with the people in the United States, with their lawmakers, to come and see things for themselves and investigate. Meet the people that are involved. And I bet you this is Republican, not Democrat. So if Nigeria want to play their usual game, not with Donald Trump, any idiot that plays that game, there, he would just throw you to the dustbin. That's it. So we believe that justice will be done. And this justice that is going to be done, it is going to affect us, the Biafrans, in a positive way. And that is why when you see what is happening in Imo State today, don't get carried away. When you see what, going forward, you're going to see more things happening in Biafra land. More false flag operations will go on in Biafra land. You have heard about the attack in Anambra State. In Anambra State, what you are going to be hearing going forward is gunmen attack church, gunmen attack pastor, gunmen attack. You'll be hearing more of that in Biafra land, just to drive the attention of the United States to that direction. But I tell you, do not worry, for all things worketh for good to those that trust Coup. This is what they're going to do. But I'm telling you that it is going to work for our own good. You are going to see more false flag operations conducted by the Tiger Base. This Tiger Base that is already done and the world is investigated. Even the US has eye on the Tiger Base. They will conduct more false flag operations. You'll be hearing attack, just like the one he had in Anambra State on Sunday, where a pastor was attacked, congregation was attacked, and the wife of the pastor lost his life. Homes were burned, properties of the church were destroyed. You will hear much of that. And at the end, you only hear gunmen. I have started seeing some of them using the title Igbo gunmen. They are now using Igbo gunmen. You'll be seeing them using Biafra gunmen. But I bet you, as they continue to do that, it will turn against them. It will turn against them as they want to change the narrative from the organ harvesting of the Tiger Base to change it and divert it to citizens and target on the Biafran people. It is going to backfire. This is the appointed time. Everything is going to work for our own good. No matter what they do, don't distract yourself. The only problem we have is ourselves. We, those of us who are speaking online, speaking on various platforms, please focus on the agenda at hand. Focus on exposing the atrocities of Nigerian government. Forget about all this gossip, all this lie, all this attack on ourselves. Focus on the real issue. Everything is going to work for our own good. The United States is already in Nigeria today. And their false flag operation will intensify in Biafra land. Don't say you didn't hear it. If you are in Biafra land, be very careful how you move, where you go. Be very, very careful. If you're in Biafra land, you have to be security conscious more than ever. Because Nigerian government, Hope Uzodinma and Tiger Base, they will conduct more false flag operations in Biafra land. Just to divert the attention, just to change the narrative, just to drag the attention of the United States to Biafra land and show them that we Biafran people are troublemakers. That we Biafran people are doing the same thing that is happening in the north. They will try to create that impression. The same way they created insecurity in the southeastern part of Nigeria using their false flag. It is going to happen. It will intensify going forward with the presence of the United States. From now, this December up to January, watch out. Things that are going to happen. You have to be very, very careful. If you are not in Biafra land, there is no point going to Biafra land now. No point even traveling home. No point. It is of no use. For your security, for your life's sake, just stay away. Stay away. This is not the time for merriment. This is not the time for enjoyment. This is not the time for celebration. It is a time for you to reflect. With the presence of the government of the US in Nigeria, a lot of things are going to happen in Biafra land. One of the agenda of the caliphate is to destabilize Biafra land. One of the agenda of Nigerian government is to blackmail the Biafran people. It is because of this blackmail, they went and sentenced Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to use him as an example, even when they know that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not, has never been. They unjustly convicted him and they went ahead to sentence him. That sentence of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was also to create a provocation. They wanted to provoke us to change the narrative. But Chukwu Okike Abiama has been helping us. In anywhere they go, we escape it. Anywhere they go, they escape it. And I bet you we will continue to escape it until we get our destination. So wherever you are in Biafra land,